Speaking of rain. Okay, that's all I'm going to say, Mike. Take it away from there.
I think based on that logic, expect to see a lot of tiger salamanders over the next few days. We're tracking some rain. I'll tell you about that in a moment. This morning, we were tracking some cold. In fact, two places, Bellingham and Olympia, broke records for the minimum overnight temperature. The low temperature was below freezing in Bellingham. It was in the 20s in places like Bremerton, Shelton, Olympia. We're going to fix that. That cloud cover that we've got moving in will actually help us insulate a little bit, but it's got a lot of rain in there. You know what, though? I will trade what we've got coming for this any day of the week. If you were watching NBC Nightly News earlier tonight, you heard Al Roker telling you that millions of people are currently bracing for some severe weather. This is Tornado Alley. It's springtime. That's the time of year, and we will continue to track this overnight tonight. There's a rough night ahead for a lot of folks across the south and east. Meanwhile, we've got a couple of systems moving in here that are going to keep the rain train going, and what you notice here is it's got a kind of a southwesterly flow to it. What that means is we're going to see those snow levels stay relatively high, so not expecting much in the way of pass impacts, but we are expecting a lot of moisture. Between now and Friday at 11 p.m., we could be picking up anywhere between an inch near Seattle and Renton, exceeding 2 inches, especially in the Olympics there, where we do have some concerns where we're going to see steady and heavy rain on some of that snow. And we'll be keeping a close eye on the Skokomish River because it could potentially flood this weekend. We'll keep you updated. In the meantime, take a look at this. We're going to see this system slam into the west coast. You can see from those darker colors that most of the energy will be in southern Oregon, Northern California. We catch a bit of a break on Friday before another system swings through on Saturday, and another one behind it comes through early next week that's got kind of a cold component to it that will finally bring those snow levels back down again. So overnight tonight, right around 3 o'clock in the morning, this is when we expect that rain to become heavier and steadier. Tomorrow morning during the commute, we'll be tracking steady rain. There will be a couple of well-pronounced rain shadows, but for the most part, all the way up and down the I-5 corridor, it's going to be soggy. When the kids get out of school tomorrow, it's going to be a washout. Virtually everybody, with the exception of the rain shadow, will be tracking some steady and potentially heavy rain, especially off towards the immediate coast there. We get to about 7:30, no sunset potential whatsoever, unless, of course, you happen to be in the islands there. Take a look off towards the west. Meanwhile, we get into Friday morning. This is 8 a.m. We will continue to see that steady and heavy rain, but we will also see the end of it. It starts to taper as we move into the evening. So sunset potential on Friday evening's pretty good, and even Saturday morning looks good for getting out. One quick note before we go, winds are going to be gusty along the immediate coast, especially the north and west there. We do have a wind advisory in place. Could get up to about 45, 50 miles an hour there. Otherwise, we're going to stay cool and wet, but next week we will see more sunshine.